To start the year, we need to get organized. We'll use some of today's Mustang Room to do that. Let's learn more.
Hey there, Mustangs, and welcome to your Mustang Room. For those who don't know, your Mustang Room is kind of like your home-based classroom. You may get different classes and different teachers at the quarter and semester mark, but your Mustang Room won't change throughout the entire year. And for many of our 8th graders, it's the same Mustang Room they had even the previous year. So in our most ideal situations, we'd like to see that be a group that continues together for 2 full years. Today in our Mustang Room, we're going to do something to get ourselves organized. Junior high is a little bit different than elementary school was. Our 8th graders know that. Getting ready for junior high and high school takes a little more organization than what took place in elementary school. In elementary school, you had one class, one teacher for the most part, and it was easier to keep it all straight. When you're in junior high and high school, you're all of a sudden keeping track of multiple classes and multiple sets of assignments, so we want to be able to give you the best chance to stay on top of all of that. Every single one of you today during your Mustang Room, after this episode concludes, is going to put together your Westlake STEM binder. They're black this year, a little bit different than last year. They were white last year, and this year they are black. I can't stress enough the importance of these binders. These binders are supposed to go with you to every class period, every day, and then be put in your backpack and taken home every single day. The students who follow me on this, I guarantee it, are those who are much more successful in schools than if they don't. It is a great pattern to get into right now, and it's going to serve you through junior high school and even more so through high school and beyond. So please, 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 I can't stress it enough, make sure you're following this. Don't ever assume that, I probably won't need my binder in that class today. Take it to every single class period. Teachers, follow through with that and make sure that those binders are coming and that there's of use for them to have in class. Now, let me go through and tell you what things are going to go in your binders. I'm going to build mine today, and as soon as this episode's over, you're going to build one just like I did. The first thing you're going to put in is your pencil pouch. They're all different colors. I happen to snag a blue one. The pencil pouch is a place where you can put your pencils. Go figure. I happen to have one pencil right here, and you should be given a pencil by your Mustang Room teacher today. I'd recommend you end up with more than one pencil. We sell them in our Mustang Market, automatic pencils. Those are great. You can have some from home. It's good to have a number of writing utensils. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get some pens in there as well. That's the first thing that goes in your binder. The second thing that goes in your binder is your first quarter disclosure statement. You will get a new one of these on the first day of every new quarter. There's 4 quarters in the year, and they all look about the same. This one says first quarter disclosure statement, and then it has several lines for each of your classes. On each line, I'm inviting you and I'm inviting your teachers to make sure that today you pull this paper out and you list down what the class is, who the teacher is, and what your teacher's email address is. That way you've always got it on your disclosure statement. After that, it has some descriptions of our academic grading scale, has some of our school expectations and rules on the back. It talks about gradebook and mastery assessments. And on the back is a place where you can write down additional notes from each one of your teachers. So when you go to first period and your teacher gives you some specific instructions, this would be the place to write them down so that you know what the expectations are for that class throughout the year. This sheet will actually go into a sheet protector, and that is also supplied to you today during your Mustang Room from your Mustang Room teacher. So I'm going to put that in. Ta-da! There's my disclosure statement for first quarter. It's in a sheet protector because I want to take good care of this throughout the year. And again, that goes in right behind my pencil pouch. The third thing you're going to put in is critical. The third thing is our student handbook. The student handbook is really 2 parts. The first part are some of the overall expectations and routines and rules of the school. So it's good for you to be very familiar with those. It talks about attendance policies. It talks about dress code. It talks about a lot of things that you might have questions about. So flip through those and become very familiar with it. After that section, you are going to find a calendar with every single school day of the year listed here. And in every school day will be 5 different boxes, one for each of your 5 classes. In each box, you'll find an objective or essential question and also an assignment section, so you can write those things down. The idea behind that is in every class, you can write down what the learning objective or what the essential question was that you were studying that day. If there are assignments, you can write them down there. That way, when you take your binder home and start doing homework in the evening, you can look right in that box and go, oh, that's right. That's what we were doing during second period. It is critical that you use this. Teachers, please don't let a lesson go by without asking students to pull that out and to fill it out. Students, if your teacher forgets to do so, you still can remember. Pull it out and write down what it was you were learning and any assignments if there are any. For students who fill out every box throughout the entire school year, I will give a free yearbook at the end of the year. That's a $20 value. All you have to do is be able to show me that you filled out every single box of your planner throughout the year. The fourth thing you're going to put in are a set of dividers. There are actually 5 of them. And these dividers are meant to divide your coursework or your classes. You have 5 different classes in addition to your Mustang room. And so by using these, you'll be able to keep each of your class periods separate. It's kind of anticlimactic when you first put them in because there's nothing in between each of them. And that brings me to my 5th thing that I hope that you get put into your binders today. Paper. I actually grabbed some Cornell note paper. Your teacher might have lined paper for you. Either way, it's going to be something that you're building as you go. All the assignments or papers your teachers give you, we want them to get put in here. And that's why we're encouraging teachers to have 3 holes punched in them so they're ready to go into your binders. If not, there should be a 3-hole punch in every single classroom. Intentionally, this binder does not have pockets on the front and back covers. That's because that is not a good organization system, and we don't want you to be leaving papers in the covers. Instead, we want to make sure that all the papers get put into the proper section immediately when you get them. So I'm putting my Cornell note paper and kind of spreading it out amongst some of the dividers so that I've got a little bit of my note-taking paper in each of my classes. And that is that. Here is my binder for the 2019-2020 school year. Again, this needs to go with me to every single class period of every single day. Even if I don't think I'm going to use it, I need to make sure I take this. After the episode today, you're going to put yours together and I'll watch for you in the hallways with your binders. Thanks, Mustangs.
Excellent. As soon as the episode is over, your Mustang Room teacher will help you create your own. Remember, you need to take the binder to each and every class.